So hello and welcome to my channel. If you do not know, my name is Ollie and today's video is me talking about my guilty pleasures because I see YouTubers do this all the time. It's always dead entertaining, I think, and I think it's interesting to hear things like this because the guilty pleasure, you get pleasure from it, but you feel guilty for doing so. So let's just jump into my video. So the first one is listening to things like Hannah Montana, the Cheetah Girls, Victorious, like, you know, like the kids TV shows, but like the musical ones, which had bop after bop. Okay, listening to things like that, I end up doing for like days on end, and I don't know why, it just comes out from nowhere. I'm like, you know what, I need to listen to Hannah Montana right now. So then for like a few days, all I'll play on my Spotify is like Hannah Montana or like Cheetah Girls or High School Musical or Camp Rock, things like that. And I get so much pleasure from it, but I'm like, I'm a 20-year-old. Like, should I be getting this much pleasure from this? I do, so. The number two is one that is one of my favourite things to do, and it is a brew and a bagel or tea and toast at 3 AM. I say 3 AM, it's basically in the middle of the night, like when you can't sleep, so you just go, you know what, let's go and get a brew and let's pair it with like toast or bagel or things like that. And it is honestly my favourite thing. Like when I have a brew and a bagel at like 2 AM, 3 AM, I get so much serotonin and I do not know why, but it is just everything good in the world. It's at 3 AM, just you, and there's normally like Phineas and Ferb on or something at this point, and it's just me and a bagel. And like the world doesn't get much better than that. So the next one, which usually happens after the last one, is because I was up so late that night. I always wake up late, and then I think, well, I've already woken up late, I might as well just have a whole day in bed. And honestly, days in bed destroy me mentally. I can't stand them after, but during it I absolutely love it, and it is such a guilty pleasure just to spend the whole day in bed like watching films all day. Like, it's so gross, awful, but it's so amazing at the same time. So number four, which if my mum's watching this, she might tell me off. If my brother's watching this, he's gonna come and rage in my bedroom. However, number four is whenever my mum or dad go shopping and they buy like the nice snacks or something, the big one between me and my brother is prawn cocktail crisps. Like, we both love prawn cocktail crisps, so whenever they buy them, it's like kind of like a race you can get them, and like there's only like 6 in a bag, and like honestly the amount of times I just take like 4 of them and just bring them to my room. It gives me so much pleasure knowing, one, I've got them, 2, he can't have them, but then I feel guilty because I'm like, I mean, if there's 6 in a bag we should be able to have 3 each, but I know for a fact he would do the same, so can't feel that guilty. Moving on from snacks is the shower, and when I'm in the shower, because I've got like a shower speaker thing, and let me tell you now, when I put on Beyonce's like live albums in the shower, and you can bet I am there from opening act to the end of the encore, I will be there performing every lyric, every dance, everything. Oh, it's just the best thing. But I just like, I know I shouldn't be in the shower for that long, but like I'm having so much fun. The next one, again, mum, if you're watching, I'm really sorry. But the next one is, you know when you cook a meal, so whether it's like a bolognese or basically whenever you cook with a pan and it's got like the leftovers, like the mess in it, I always put it in the sink, fill it with hot water with like some soap in it, and then I'm like, I can't wash it because it needs to soak for a bit, and then I'll leave it, and I know someone else is going to do it because it's a pan in the sink, so it needs cleaning. But I'll leave it, and oh, it needs soaking, so I'm just going to soak it for a bit. But I know I'm never going to come back to it. Like up here,
I'm never coming back to this pan. This pan, who is she? Pan who? Pan bye-bye.
That is a guilty pleasure. I love doing it because in my head I'm like, I know someone else is going to have to clean that up. But obviously I do feel guilty because I do feel a bit bad that someone's having to clean up my pans. Then pleasure part comes in because I'm not having to wash up pans, so, you know. Okay, so this next one, my boyfriend insisted I put this one in here. I mean, I do get it, I do, but I've already spoke about this in a few videos ago, but the next one is picking my nose. Everyone does it, and I don't understand why people say they don't. Because if you've got a booger or something and you need to just get it, you're gonna get it. You're not just gonna leave it. And if you've not got a tissue near you or anything, you've got no choice but to just like, you know, like, and it's not like someone else's bogies. I understand why my boyfriend insisted me putting this in here because he finds it super gross. But I just think, I'm only human. What do you expect from me? To the people who lie about picking your nose, why? It's not illegal. It's not dangerous, I don't think. But like, I think it's just a bit of upkeep, you know? You don't want any like bats in the cave. Get rid. So moving on, after I exposed myself for the gross human that I am, this next one drives everyone who I ever watch films with insane. So again, I had to put it, but it is Googling the ends of movies. And it's only because I don't know why I do it, I just do it. I don't like to know if someone dies or anything. I like to know the plot because I get confused quite easily. So like, if I can just Google the synopsis of what happens, I'll know what's going on whilst I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine, like I know what's going on now. So people get annoyed at me for that, but it's genuinely just because I want to understand what I'm watching. So if I've read it first, I'm like, okay, this is that bit then. But I do feel guilty because I always end up spoiling it. I'm like, oh my god, no, she's about to die here. And then everyone's like, wow, thank you. Do not watch movies with me. So, the next one which I don't know if this is a guilty pleasure. Mayonnaise is mayonnaise. The next one is mayonnaise, because mayonnaise is really gross. And to be fair, I do say I'm a vegan, but I do have a bit of mayonnaise. So that is a guilty pleasure, to be fair. But I don't even like mayonnaise that much, but then part of me loves mayonnaise. And like, to be fair, I do buy the vegan mayonnaise a lot, but sometimes when it's not in, we've got the regular one in, I just have it, and that is a guilty pleasure. It's like really bad. Like, I don't know what it is. I just really, oh, you know what as well? Mixing mayonnaise with ketchup and making like the prawn sauce. Oh, that is the best thing ever with like pub chips. If you've never had that, go to a pub when they open and get pub chips, like, you know, like the big pub chips, and make prawn sauce. Oh, game changer, point blank, period. But mayonnaise is a big guilty pleasure. I don't know why, because I do feel guilty eating it. I feel guilty eating it, and plus mayonnaise, I find it gross. I find it like a really gross substance and stuff, but really good. Anyway, moving on from mayonnaise, the final one, I've actually been sat here this whole video doing it, and it is, I've got like a little scratch on my hand here. The final one is picking a scab. I just love it. I know it's awful. I know it's gonna leave a scar. I know it's gonna like bleed and like not heal, and it's gonna look ugly like it does on my hand right now, but I cannot help but pick scabs. I love picking scabs. Not other people's, I couldn't do that, but my own. Oh my gosh, my favourite thing ever. Oh, the best scabs to pick, this is really gross. One of the best scabs to pick were the ones on your knees here, like the ones on your knees, and they just used to pick so well. That is really gross. I'm so sorry for how gross that is. But do you actually know what I mean? Like, something about picking a scab is just so satisfying. I love the feeling of it. I don't know why, but I know it's bad because I know it leaves scars. So I don't recommend it, but it is a lot of fun. It's, oh my god, I thought I wasn't recording then. Woo! That scares me. So that brings me to the end of my list. I really hope I didn't offend anyone. I don't think I did. Not too bad. I don't think. Let me know down below if they're that bad, and you let me know down below your guilty pleasures, because I love guilty pleasures. Something about guilty pleasures, I'll just find it so funny. I feel like people are confessing their darkest sins when we like talk about a guilty pleasure, and I don't know why, I just love it. Like, it's just so revealing a guilty pleasure, I think. So please let me know down below, or DM me them. Oh my god, should I do a video where I react to people's guilty pleasures? Oh, that might be a good one. But anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. But in the meantime, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay beautiful. But for now, I will see you next Thursday with another video. Thank you. I'm going back to the south. I'm going back.